So before we get into Batman, you were saying something about Moon Knight earlier, there, DJ.
Yeah.
What's your prediction?
I think that we're gonna get a glimpse of Blade.
So I was reading something earlier today that was saying that Blade is going to debut on like a Disney Plus show, and not a movie. So
Really?
you might be right.
Really?
Yeah.
That's gonna be weird.
That is gonna
I'm
be
kind of
weird.
wondering. I'm kind of wondering the angle they're going to pull because they brought him into at the end of the Eternals movie. Did you guys see that?
Yes.
Yes.
So at the end, the voice is Blade.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about when he's about to
Where-
grab the black sword,
Ebony
whatever,
sword.
the ebony sword.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's like,
I didn't.
blah, blah, blah. That was Blade.
I didn't
you didn't
watch.
hear that?
I heard it, but I didn't watch Eternals.
Oh, so that's where you went wrong, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't watch Eternals?
No.
It was okay. It was watchable.
It was. I heard it was lame.
It was like I said. It was watchable. It wasn't Marvel's finest, but it wasn't Ghost Rider. So
Yeah.
I mean,
I like Ghost Rider.
fuck no.
Which
Ghost
one?
Rider was good.
Wait, which one?
No,
The first one.
Nah, second one was better.
no.
Yeah.
None of the Ghost
Second
Riders.
one was horrible.
Second one had that look of like what was it, Crank? That movie Crank? I kinda like the whole camera angles on
Nicolas Cage on Crank is what it fucking was.
You didn't
it.
like
I kinda
it?
like that.
No, that second movie was
Not
terrible.
the second one. It's like all right.
The first one was bad too.
The first one was good.
No, it wasn't.
I like the first one.
Rewatch it.
I'm not saying the first one was great.
Rewatch it and tell me what you think.
I think it's better than Eternals. I'll watch it
You
over
haven't
Eternals.
watched Eternals.
I
So how
don't
do you know
need
it's
to.
better?
I don't need to. About you guys'
You just
conversation.
gave a review on something you ain't watched.
Hey, just because like it's like same thing. Like, hey, I never had sex with somebody, but if you talk to somebody, you're like, hey, you talk about it, they're like, okay, I had sex through you. What's it called?
wow.
Vicariously through you.
Vicarious.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No. Because
Over here.
What? That's the thing. I live
I don't want to live vicariously. Like I want to actually try it for myself.
Well, some people don't have that opportunity because they're faithful. I love you, Angie.
You just gotta buy toys and just pretend it's them.
We're not talking about. We're not talking
Shut
about.
up,
we're not
dude.
talking about movies anymore.
But yeah, we are talking about movies.
I was talking about. I want to watch the movie myself.
Going back to Batman, while we're still,
While we're still young.
yeah, I don't know.
All right, so DJ, you have the
Wait.
Wait.
Best Batman.
Best Batman.
Best Batman.
Oh, get
You got some
the
options.
fuck out of
You have some options now. Best Batman.
Dude, you already know what I'm gonna say.
Keaton.
Who? You're a Christian Bale fan.
No,
aren't
I like Batfleck. Batfleck did not get his thing.
you?
Batfleck.
Oh, Ben Affleck.
Oh, Ben Affleck.
He was the Dark Knight. That's what I loved.
I will tell you this. So after Daredevil, I was worried when they cast him as Batman, and he definitely exceeded what I thought it was going to be by a lot. So I mean, he did well, but I got to go with the old school.
I would say Keaton as well, but Affleck. All right, funny Batman Affleck. No.
Well,
Batman versus Superman, like dark and like I'm gonna fuck some shit
I'm
up.
gonna make him bleed.
Yes, that's a cool Batman.
The Justice League remake sold me on the Ben Affleck Batman.
I don't
The Snyder cut.
The
Snyder
You
cut.
say that because
Yes.
people are gonna think you're talking about the other
It's not the
thing.
remake, yeah.
because I don't like. I definitely don't like him like joking around and being like that hurt, like a little wisecracking
No,
here
I
and
mean,
there. But
there was a few jokes that hit pretty well with me. Like when they were talking about their superpowers, he's like, "Oh, so you run fast?" He was like, "What's your superpower?" He was like,
I'm rich.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
That's cool. But like when the non-Snyder cut, the fucking what's his name, Whedon cut.
Josh Whedon.
He
Joss,
just ruined.
isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, he ruined Ben Affleck's Batman.
Yeah, the way he ruined that movie.
Oh yeah,
When he cut that
ruined
movie,
it.
he
Yeah,
ruined it.
He ruined it.
But
Michael Keaton, by far, best
Okay.
Batman.
best Joker.
Leto, not Leto.
What? Wait,
not Leto.
huh?
Not Leto. Heath.
Excuse me.
Ledger.
What was that?
You know what I meant. You know what I meant.
Okay. I mean,
It's kind of a toss-up for me between Ledger and Jack Nicholson because you got to think like, especially why I give Keaton over any of the other Batman is because the special effects and the movie types that were out back then versus like all the technology and all the fucking resources that we have now. Like the Christian Bale movies, the special effects and the IMAX that they filmed in and everything else, like they didn't have that shit back when those guys were doing the shit, and they did an excellent job with that movie.
They did.
Where I mean, yes, you got to give Heath Ledger his props because Heath Ledger fucking he owned it, but so did Jack Nicholson. So it's kind of a toss up between those two.
Yeah. Well, we can't even forget about the Adam West.
Yeah.
Like guys too. Like I do like Adam
Caesar
West.
something.
Which
Caesar is that his name?
Caesar something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chavez or something.
Which
like
I
that.
think, from everything that I've been reading and looking up on this new Batman movie, it takes a lot of its inspiration from the TV show.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Easter eggs for the TV show. So.
Yeah, for sure. Anywho,
DJ, you have the freshest memory because you just watched.
You got to
it,
go
like,
first.
a couple hours ago, so you got to go first.
You got to go first.
You got to give
I
your
forgot to
review.
tell you my Joker.
What? Oh, the
yeah, your Joker. You didn't
Caesar something. Just what Adam West Joker.
Okay.
No, he
Look at
didn't
the
give
cast.
his bid for the best Joker.
Yeah.
You're taking forever.
No, I'm not.
You put in the cast instead of just putting Joker.
Oh, sorry.
What's Zacatech want?
It's Nobroski.
Oh my god.
We'll see.
I can't wait till they bring that cartoon back.
Oh yeah.
Caesar Romero.
Romero. Yeah. There you go.
Caesar Romero. Okay. My best Joker, believe it or not, it only took me 7 minutes. Jared Leto's nightmare scene.
Are you serious?
That nightmare scene was my favorite Joker of all. The reason why, because he's so careless. He already knows the world's already gone to shit, and he just knows that Batman needs his ass. Because if he doesn't, he knows that Batman's
Well, I mean, I did appreciate that scene.
I love that scene.
And not for the reason you just said. I think it showed the whole contrast between, like, because Batman and the Joker, like, that's their whole dynamic, is they're very similar, but they're, like, polar opposites, kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's So I think a lot of that scene showed that. Like,
I think that scene was a redemption scene. It definitely improved.
too.
It definitely improved to what he did in Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah.
But like, there's no way 7 minutes, and you think that's
That
like
was
the
to
best
me the
Joker?
best because
You know what that did, though? That,
over a full
for
film?
me,
Yeah.
all that did was so the Jared Leto from Suicide Squad, like his balancing scale, right?
Yeah.
Jared Leto from Suicide Squad went,
Yeah.
and then Jared Leto from the Nightmare scene went.
Yeah. It leveled itself out.
But that doesn't make him the best Joker.
I think that's my favorite Joker adaptation of a Joker.
And
Because
that's your opinion.
if
You're
you
entitled to it.
watch the director's cut of the Suicide Squad, there was more scenes of the Joker, and especially of the there's another movie. What is it? There's another movie where it had more scenes of the Joker, Jared Leto's Joker in it. I think it was the director's cut, and you didn't get to see that darker side of Jared Leto. You just saw the comic feeling.
Yeah, the bullshit version.
Yeah. So when you watch that, you're like, oh,
Fucking
okay.
tattoo on his hand.
Yeah, it was funky
Like,
and it was
dude, come on,
lame.
man.
Now, if they would have ran it the way that they they could have written that so much better. They could have all right, moving back. The fact that the fact that we're supposed to do a damn movie review, but we're talking about
getting
Jokers.
to it, we're getting
Yeah,
to
we're
it.
getting to it. Anyways, so the fact that
This is all Batman related.
yeah, Jared Leto and his performance as the damn Joker in fucking Suicide Squad, they could have fixed it by saying like, hey, okay, I killed Robin, but I'm adapting the persona of Joker, but he's like mimicking the actual Joker out there, or like whatever the case may be. And then he just went crazy, and he just like, all right, I'm just gonna be the Joker, and then he took over the role as that gangster Joker, or like whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I think they already did that in the Gotham show though. Like there was like the fake Joker, and then there was
That was a good ass Joker, dude. That dude who played that.
yeah.
He,
The kid from Shameless.
oh yeah, he
did
was
a good
freaking
job.
awesome.
And now that we fucking mentioned it, I don't know how I forgot, but I forgot about the Joker movie.
Oh yeah.
What's his face?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah.
I think he did an excellent job with it.
I think he did all right. I mean, I liked it, but
But
was-
I think right now we are getting oversaturated with Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like,
another fucking.
Like,
Oh, yeah, never mind.
like honestly, we're getting oversaturated with Batman.
Yeah.
We've got so many different fucking Batman. Not like we got more Batman than we do Spider-Man. Like why? Since when is that fucking a thing?
My
Like,
thing is
Warner
like,
Brother.
all right, you have enough. Yeah, we have a lot of Batmans out there, but my thing is, I want a good like Christian Bale series. The was it trilogy that he did?
It's
Christopher Nolan. Just say Christopher Nolan because
But
everybody
his
knows about
his
that.
Batman, like it lasted, and it was like, all right, we grew with that Batman. Like he's an awesome Batman.
But
All
you
right,
know
now
why,
let's-
right?
Why?
Because our last Batman was Batman Robin, and that's why you liked it so much.
because Batman and Robin was so
It
terrible.
was such a terrible movie.
was-
That was the last taste you had in your mouth until this came around.
It's a
you
fresh,
had that, like-
it's a fresh, you know.
and then you got look. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Continue on,
I
though.
didn't like it. I liked it. I didn't like it. Now I'm starting to like it again. Anyways, but my thing is, yeah, it's a fresh take on things. But like, you want something to grow. Like
Yeah.
like
Like I think they're doing way too much, way too soon right now with Batman. Like we just got a Keanu Reeves, fucking is gonna be the next version in the
Animated series.
pet, the animated pet.
well,
version.
look,
Like,
they had the Lego movie and freaking old boy was Batman.
Yeah.
and like it's like a fresh take for the kids. Like, all right,
well,
Batman's
that's
hot.
fine,
You know,
but
yeah.
like we have so many Batman versions in like actual like movies that you're like, fuck, dude, which one is canon, which one is not? Like, where are we go? Are all these different? Is this the multiverse of Batman?
yeah, right.
Like fuck, but and I think they like because we're gonna go into the review of the Batman movie and again this is not spoiler free, so if you guys are listening and you haven't watched it yet, fucking cut out because I'm gonna say some shit that's in the movie. But towards the end of the movie when Riddler's in the fucking cell and he's talking to the other guy in the cell, you didn't think it was him at first.
I didn't. I actually thought it was fucking Two-Face.
Yeah.
Because you saw that face.
Yeah, I seen half of it. Yeah,
the smile and shit, but the director confirmed that it was a Joker.
yeah.
But he also said not necessarily that the next movie is going to be centered around the Joker. Like this is, I think he's trying to bring his own universe in. Like, but I mean, we just got how many different versions of the Joker, and now you're gonna be like, oh, here's another one. Fucking why?
Yeah,
Why right now?
he has a big rose gallery. I don't know why they didn't decide to do something else.
Yeah.
So I mean, they could have done like,
Which I think they teased quite a bit of other characters when they were going through this movie.
well, yeah, you got Mr. Freeze. They could have done Mr. Freeze.
I honestly think so. Have you seen the website that they kept talking about in the movie? If you go to the website, it's a real website, right?
Oh yeah, the Riddler
Riddler
website.
Yeah. And have you like gone into that at all?
No.
So there's once like the movie premiered, there's like a countdown that they started.
Like Lada, something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
it's something like that.
Rada Lada.
Yeah,
whatever.
Lada.
Yeah. And like it says, it's not over yet. So I mean, they're teasing Riddler coming back. Then I thought the one scene where Batman just got shot in the chest with a fucking shotgun, and he's down and out, and then Catwoman's about to get killed, and he fucking shoots himself.
Adrenaline.
Or was it Venom?
Yeah,
Is that Bane's Venom?
they confirmed it. It's not the Venom.
Who confirmed it?
The director.
Fuck that.
It's not. It's
Fuck.
not the Venom.
I'm over it already. Because as soon as I seen it, I was like, "Oh, that's Bane."
Bane. It was a perfect color. They can't. He might have lied. Like nowadays, like
I mean,
a lot of
Andrew
stuff-
Garfield and fucking whoever else are just lying their asses
Lying
off
too.
now. Fuck it.
You didn't think it was Venom? DJ,
No, I knew that was Adrenaline.
did you?
It was like
We've seen it before.
seen
It
it
wasn't a
when.
Batman.
What was it then?
There's another movie I seen where like the guy like hit himself with like Venom.
Yeah, but
hit
was
himself
it-
with adrenaline? He was like,
But was it that neon?
Keanu
ye-
Reeves or something like that?
but
But-
was it that neon yellow?
Yeah, it
fucking
wasn't-
color?
yeah.
Like the color of it
Yeah.
was like I was like as soon as I seen that I was like that's
Yeah,
Bane.
Venom.
Just because it's a color don't mean it always means.
Doesn't mean it's adrenaline. What,
I mean, you saw how he got all crazy. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
on
that's
crack.
what that's what
that's
Venom
what Bane
does.
does.
Yeah, I thought it was adrenaline.
No, I thought it was Bane. I'm sticking with my guns. It's Bane.
Initially, when he asked me, he goes, "That green stuff." When we were done with the movie, he was like, "What's that green stuff that he injected him with?" And I was like, "Adrenaline, like you." And then he was like, "Dude, you don't think that was like Venom, Bane. I was like, oh my god, you're right. But then I read something online.
I gotta read this. I gotta read it for myself.
Yeah. So,
I gotta read it
anyways,
for myself.
moving on to what you think your thoughts on the movie is, DJ. What is your thoughts?
Are you sure you guys don't want to go first?
No, because you're like
you
you're
have
like
it freshest in your mind.
you're the
just
freshest
watched
in your
it.
mind, and you're more of a negative Nancy of all. So you're like,
I didn't.
I wasn't excited about this movie. You were right.
I didn't say that. Well, you weren't excited going into it.
Yeah.
Like
into it was.
Edwin and I, we were looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Like we saw some of the previews. We were like, okay, this one might do well. And you were like, nope, fuck this. I'm not even gonna see it. I'll wait till it comes out on HBO.
Yep.
And so you actually fucking man up and you went and watched it in the theater.
Well,
So
yeah.
let's-
you know why he manned up though, or you know why he went to go see it?
Why?
Because he's been seeing all this fucking reviews. They're like, oh my god, Batman, Batman, Batman. And he rather listen to fucking people online than his own friends.
Yeah.
You're a fucking. I don't know what you are, but you're something.
You're lovely.
No, I want our content out there too, because the last video I watched about a review was 3C Films, and that dude had Batman dicks all in his mouth.
Yeah.
He was double fisting.
Holy fuck! I was like, get the fuck out of here. He has it ranked as the best Batman movie ever, and I'm like,
I
get
wouldn't give it
fucked.
that. But let's hear your review.
So that's the reason why I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get this review out there. Let's do this while everybody else has it, right?
While you do that, I'm
You
going
know?
to.
So, all right.
Anymore?
The movie. If I could compare it to the films, previous films, Matt Reeves did his homework. Matt Reeves took a little bit of Batman Batman Returns. He took that nostalgia and mixed it with The Dark Knight. And the reason why I say this is when you watch the cinematography of this movie, it screams Christopher Nolan. It screams it, right? Now, what I mean by Batman Returns, I'm talking about the kooky, over-the-top, crazy shit that you see in these crime scenes. And then the story behind the Riddler being an orphan. Like, that's the same shit you got with the Penguin. Being an abandoned child, you know? And when I all the story about the Riddler, I was like, Penguin. That popped up in my head. Danny DeVito's Penguin. And how he can get people to believe in his idea and to become one to like this terrorist group, which is what Danny DeVito did with the circus freaks, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's what he was taking bits and pieces out of those movies to create his own movie. Now, when it comes to being dark, kids can come see this movie. It's not that fucking dark.
I mean, it's still.
I don't know where it
PG-13, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
It is. It should be rated R. I mean,
Yeah, because of the cussing.
Well, not because of the cussing. I mean, the
Cussing was pretty. It was flying out there.
Like nowadays, that's like normal talk
Yeah,
for
but,
fucking.
I mean,
like I
for the-
fucking love you, son. Like
it should have been a little bit more violent, and it should have been rated R. Like it's. But
Well,
go ahead.
The way they were talking about this movie, especially the people who got to see the first glimpse of it, they were claiming, "Oh my god, it's like a horror film." And I'm thinking to myself, it was not even close to a horror film. I didn't get this horror vibe. All I got was a thriller vibe.
yes, it
That's
was a
all.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
all
yeah,
I got
yeah,
from that,
yeah, yeah.
right? Now, the Riddler. To me, that was very, very, very lame. That was very, very lame because you can tell he was trying to take the Heath Ledger mind of that Joker and spin it on the Riddler, where he was always giving him fucking clues and shit.
Well, that's the Riddler's character.
Yeah, but Heath Ledger did it with the Joker.
I think he improved on the Riddler character in general because the Riddler character in general is kind of a joke. Like he's never taken seriously. Like he's like, oh, I'm out here telling riddles and you got to solve my fucking shit. Like I think they took a more serious spin on that character, and I think it was for the better, honestly, for me.
The one thing I did like was the Commissioner Gordon, or Lieutenant Gordon. I like that one. I like this one. Hold on. I like this one because he was a little bit more meaty. He was a little bit more tough guy. Like, I don't have to fucking listen to my seniorities. I don't.
Well, he wasn't even commissioner then.
No, he was lieutenant. Right. I like that, and I did get the long Halloween vibes. I did get that a lot. Mm-hmm. That was something I was like, okay, way to go, Matt Reeves. You know what you're doing. I'm gonna sit back and watch it.
I didn't think that he took any his inspiration from other movies, but he did take a lot of inspiration from comic books.
Yes.
And the old show.
Yes.
Is what I saw. So there was the Halloween storyline.
Yep.
And then what was the storyline where they secluded off Gotham? Damn it, I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to look it up. But
Where you're talking about, they took a piece of it, and it was that one little bit of the city where they just
no, where they secluded Gotham off from the rest of the world. Like there was like some kind of threat. I forget.
A quarantine.
Yeah, like they quarantined Gotham off from the rest of the world, kind of like he did with the blowing up of the dam. And then all the crime runs rampant in the city because it's quarantined off from the rest of the
Yeah,
world.
I forgot what it's called.
I forget what the storyline of that particular one was, but go ahead.
But the one thing I can say negative about this movie was I felt like right where the Riddler and Batman see each other in the in Arkham, where he was like off mask off and all that shit. I strongly believe that's where it should have ended.
Really?
Yeah, and the reason why I say that is because all that other shit afterwards, I was like, I could have been fine without watching all that.
I think
That
that's
was lame.
I think it went more into the movie.
I think that made it more depth within the movie.
Well, why? When you
Well,
already
because-
figured out all the clues.
No, you
Well,
figured out the
because-
clues, but it wasn't the actual. You caught the freaking mastermind.
rat.
No, not the rat. You caught the mastermind behind everything that was being done. All right, he's locked up,
Okay.
but he still had other things, a bigger picture.
Yeah, that's why he
Something
said he was
bigger.
so smart.
Yeah, he had
see
something
this.
bigger to bring down the city.
Yeah.
So like now, and it made Batman more vulnerable to understand. Like, all right, I can't be everywhere. In the beginning of the movie, he said, the shadows
yeah, I
is
remember that.
is my is what makes me the threat.
My take on it was that like this is supposed to be Batman. What like
Year two.
Year two.
Year two.
Yeah.
That he's in, so he's still making mistakes. Like Batman's not. He just started doing this shit. He's still not
Still
perfect.
new, yeah.
He's still making mistakes. He made a lot of mistakes throughout this whole fucking movie.
Yeah,
And then he's gonna learn from those later. But I think it was more like, what are the consequences of those mistakes? Because he made a shit ton of mistakes with the Riddler and letting his whole fucking plan. Like he's playing catch up the entire movie.
Yeah.
With the Riddler.
yeah.
Like he's
always one step
waiting
behind.
for these clues and trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
And then he's not figuring it out until the next clue drops. Like he's constantly behind. And I did like the aspect that this brought it more back to like Batman being a detective instead of just
Yes.
going and whooping people's asses. Like I like that aspect.
Yeah.
But he was always behind. So I think the after he caught the Riddler and that whole last like what do you call it that last section of the movie
The climax.
whatever the fuck there's segments of movies and there's
Yeah.
whatever.
The-
but that whole last segment of the movie was the consequences
Yeah.
of him fucking up and having to learn from those. You know what I mean? And then being resilient and being like, okay, well I fucked up, but I'm gonna fix my mistake and I'm gonna learn from it. And
Yeah.
that's kind of how I took that ending. I think it would have been cheesy as shit, and I think it would have felt incomplete if it would have ended right when he fucking that jail cell scene with the Riddler.
But that would make me more want more of it and wait till the next movie.
I mean, you don't want more now?
That's a cliffhanger right there for me, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. I felt like when I walked out of there, watching that rest of that scene, I was like, oh, well, that just ruined it for me because of the whole Selena's gonna go her own way and I'm gonna go my own way. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, but
please.
it's not gonna
That's
last.
another
That's-
thing. The Catwoman.
So the other
Ugh.
city that she went into, that's also like another city that's in the realm of like the Gotham comic book.
Yeah,
The Bloodhaven?
I'm just like,
Yeah,
ugh.
it's that's where like Nightwing and stuff is popular.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna come back together, but like I think the end of it has like me wanting more personally because now the city is secluded off. Like you've got all this dam broken, it's all flooded. Now crime is gonna run rampant, and you're gonna see these other villains rise up. Mm-hmm. That's when shit's gonna get interesting.
I didn't care for the Catwoman.
You didn't
No,
like you
I
didn't like
didn't care
Zoe
for
as
it.
Catwoman?
Did not.
Dude,
care
I think she
for
did
it.
a freaking phenomenal job.
Did not care for it.
Phenomenal.
It was like a thought in a costume for me. I was just like,
A thought?
that's literally what it was for me. I was like, man, this is so lame. It
A
was
cot,
so
that cat over there.
I think she did a pretty good job, dude.
I'll
Like,
tell you who did a good
you know
job.
what? No, hold on. Before you even move on to it, like
Yeah.
when she was first introduced as Catwoman and everything in the film, and she was, she got to her apartment and everything like that, and then, she was like trying to protect her friend and whatever, and she kept on calling her baby. I kind of got pissed because like they're all right. Here we go. They're trying to push an agenda again, and I was like, baby, baby, and then come to find out, she says baby to everybody.
Well,
And then so they never actually went that direction.
no, but it was implied, and I mean, I'm not mad at it because there's still the tension between her and Batman. Like, there's always gonna be that.
I get it, but why?
But-
why?
I mean, but
Why?
It's Catwoman. I mean, she's
No,
seductive.
no,
she's
no.
this. She's that. She's
No, she's not. She's
okay.
not. She's never been.
Selena
No?
Kyle's supposed
She's
to be
never
bipolar,
been.
if I'm not mistaken.
Who?
Selena Kyle?
Yeah, what-
She's supposed to be bipolar.
She's all right. She's bipolar, but she's not bisexual.
No.
I mean, you didn't think that the original
Michelle Pfeiffer?
Michelle Pfeiffer was seductive as Catwoman?
She said, yeah, she's seductive, but did she seduce any females? She didn't seduce any females.
so.
All right, there's a difference between being seducing someone or being actually saying
Horny.
that I am attracted to an opposite
I think
sex. Or
that's
like,
what they were leading to was that
she
she's bisexual, which I'm not mad at because I mean it wasn't completely blatant. It
wasn't blatant. It wasn't blatant, but it's
was in
also like
character.
it's also like all right, I have a teenage daughter. I have older daughter. My older daughter, she understands. My teenage daughter is more vulnerable and just reluctant to see stuff like that, and she was like, oh, ask questions or like being curious. So it's like, all right, I'm taking my daughter to go see a comic book movie that I grew up in, and I know all the characters and everything. That's one of the reasons why I probably don't want to show Eternals. I don't want to see Eternals, but like to protect like. When she did that, I was like, damn, all right, they're going in this direction. And I looked at my wife and I was like, ugh, what the hell? But then, it never showed any type of, going in that direction. It just said, hey,
they
baby.
never went into detail in
And-
it, but I have read other things basically saying that like the way that she played the character and the way that it was written was that Catwoman is bisexual.
I see.
I mean, it
it is what it is.
kids can go see it. It is what it is. But I mean, it's not blatant in your face like a lot of.
No,
other things are.
all she said was baby, and she was
Yeah.
like being concerned about her friend, so which is fine.
Yeah.
But she kept on saying baby, baby, baby when she was trying to find her because she was gone. But then throughout the movie, she's like baby to Batman, baby to. So it's like it could be just like a Southern thing, like hey baby, whatever, you know what I'm saying, like.
Well, I mean, she was working in like those bar environments. I mean,
Yeah.
So she's calling people babies
Yeah,
and that. But
I know it's a touchy subject, whatever, and I'm not.
It is, but I didn't have any problem with it. Like it was her own take on the character.
Yeah,
And like I said, that even though there was that aspect of it, there was still the true to the comic book. Her and Batman always had
Having
that
that
tension
yes.
between them. That
Yeah.
something could happen, but it probably won't. Like it's maybe it will, maybe
and
won't.
I agree, and
So-
I thought she was great as.
I thought
Catwoman.
I thought she was too.
But
DJ,
this
not so
one, DJ just hates.
Our negative Nancy over there.
Well, anyways, the one I'm going to applaud the most that did phenomenal in this film, and I want more of it, is the Penguin.
Oh yeah. Colin Farrell.
Man,
Yeah.
oh man.
I
That
think
was
that's
fun.
another aspect that they will build upon because they kind of left him open ended at the end of the movie,
Yeah,
and they killed off the Falcone.
yeah.
So who's gonna take over next? I mean, it only makes sense that the Penguin is gonna take over as the crime boss now. So
Yeah.
I mean, I did think he did a great job, and honestly, the whole movie, I'm looking and I'm trying to like see Colin Farrell.
I didn't even know it was him, dude.
Yeah, and if you had no idea that it was him that was cast as this part, you'd have never fucking knew.
No.
Nah, the makeup was really well done.
And ain't like it's like another Heath Ledger. I could see him being like in that type of role. If the next movie comes in where he's got to fight the Penguin and he just takes over this role as and be the Penguin like Heath Ledger was the Joker, he'll be freaking amazing, dude.
Yeah, and I definitely liked him with his interactions with Batman and stuff, and he's like throwing his little jabs out there.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, vengeance!
Yeah.
We got vengeance coming in!" Like it's, and then when he would ask him questions, he would kind of leave him open ended. Like, "Oh no, you're asking this specific question? No, that's not me.
Yeah.
But I've got all this other shit going on too." So I really appreciated his character.
So, and then another thing, and this is the first hour I'm in this movie. Did anybody, and I mean to any of you guys, the first hour, like with the whole club and then the technology he had, in the first hour, did it give you like Batman Beyond vibes?
Little
or was
bit.
it just me?
A little
A
bit.
little bit.
Like, I kind of got goosebumps because I was just like, when he was in the club and all that stuff, I was like, maybe I should have saved him for Batman Beyond instead of this young Bruce Wayne.
Which is funny because his body type and the way that he looked in this
Yes.
movie, he would have fit a Batman Beyond very
yeah.
well.
That's something I sat there and I looked and I was like, well, damn, like the way he comes out of the shadows and shit.
He's very emo.
Well, yeah, he's emo. He's emo, but
so like that'd be.
the thing is too. That's one complaint I have is that it was one dimensional.
I mean,
That was one-
What do you mean one dimensional?
Like the separation of Batman and Bruce Wayne.
So I think that was on purpose.
He's trying to
probably
figure himself
was.
out. He's like
Yeah.
he's engulfed as Batman right now, and he's been doing this for like a year or two.
Yeah.
He's freshly done, Batman. He's trying
Yes.
to figure things out.
Yes.
And he's just like, I'm tired. I don't. All I want to do
No,
is
so-
make the city better.
So it's not even that. It's not even that he's tired. It's so.
You don't
Well-
think? Come on. You don't think like doing that, and you're just like, all right, this is it. I'm just
Let me finish.
okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Can I?
No.
Is
Yeah.
my turn now?
Yeah.
Good. All right. So I don't think that the kid. Yes, you have aspects of he's tired, he's this, he's that. But I think what you're getting at is more on purpose because they're trying to allude to the fact that, and a lot of comic books get to this too, is that you know how like Superman, his alter ego is Clark Kent.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Or he's Clark Kent and his alter ego is Superman. Or Spider-Man is Peter Parker and his alter ego is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Well, Batman is Batman and his alter ego is Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
So he is Batman, but what he tries to portray to everyone else is his alter ego, which is Batman. So he's not like the
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Like he's naturally Batman,
Yeah.
but he has to pretend to be
Bruce Wayne, and he hasn't mastered that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's because we got all these Batman movies. I guess I don't know. Because the way I saw it, I was like, I'm used to hearing a little scruggly voice compared to your talking voice.
Well, because
And I'm like,
that was what's his face as Batman, and that was the one complaint I had about all those Batman movies was the fucking voice. You can't-
well, Ben Affleck
Christian
didn't
Bale.
have
They
a-
made
he
him
had a
change his
changer.
voice.
yeah.
Like so there was something in
I mean, it makes sense because so watching the parody ones on YouTube,
Yeah.
the Bad Man or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck. So that guy, he tries to hide his voice, and then he tries to talk as regular Bruce Wayne, and he fucks it up in between. I mean, I get it because if you see somebody and you hear hear their fucking voice every fucking day, you're gonna know who the fuck they are if they talk as Batman. I get it, but I still couldn't get the. No,
I mean, you don't want your voice to be recognized, and that's what they
Yeah.
did with Ben Affleck. He had the voice changer. If you paid attention in the Ben Affleck Batman, he had a voice changer where it made him like
and amplified it.
like
a little
amplified
bit.
it. Yeah.
Do you
So I
remember
think
the
that's-
like? Do you actually remember the like Val Kilmer or
Yeah.
the George Clooney
Yeah,
voices?
there's a difference.
Can
There's
you
a
really?
difference in the voices. Yeah, George Clooney actually did it better.
I like George Clooney as Batman. I did.
You did enjoy it, right?
I enjoyed George
it
Clooney as
myself.
Batman.
Exactly.
I enjoy Val Kilmer. I enjoy all the guys in Batman.
I
the
mean-
best Batman voice, Kevin Conroy, by far.
Yeah, but we're talking about movies.
Well, it's still voice. We're talking about voices.
Are you
Right
talking
now.
about the
Yeah, but
animated
movies.
series?
Yeah, the animated Batman series.
He had it, yeah. But I just couldn't get with Christian Bale's like. Can't do it.
It reminds me of ass mouth badge.
Well, I'll give you my
In
score.
an order that would surprise you.
I'll give you my score real quick so you guys
That's
can
my
go
fetch.
for the rest. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 beers out of 10 because the only scene that really gave me goosebumps was just that scene where like they they all stared at the Batmobile and it's just like, what? And they're like, oh fuck, like what's this? Like I was just like that's the vibe I want.
You
throughout
didn't
this
like
whole
the
movie.
you didn't like the hallway scene?
The hallway scene was kind of lame.
That hallway scene was
I've seen that. I've seen that
awesome,
already.
bro.
John Wick, like I've seen it already.
It doesn't matter.
There,
No, but
I've
so
seen shit
no,
like
no,
that
no, no,
already.
you didn't see it though.
Man.
So John Wick doesn't have a fucking like a suit of armor on,
Well, it don't-
and getting
it's-
shot.
it's the
and
choreography.
It's choreography.
It's
And
the
I'm just
car-
like, I've
you know-
seen this already.
You know what? That scene right there is equivalent to the Ben Affleck scene when he was fighting those guys.
The warehouse?
Yeah, in the
That
warehouse.
warehouse scene was nuts.
That shit was awesome, but it's the same thing as that. That's the vibe I got. You got the vibe of a fucking car. So you were,
Yeah, because
you're-
that drive scene, dude.
He was-
no. When he
no,
was
no.
chasing the penguin, that was off the shit chain.
There-
I was like, that's what I want. I
That-
want that.
All right, so
And
you're
I
a
didn't
Fast
get
and
enough
Furious
of
guy.
that.
Okay, we get
Huh?
it. You're a
What?
Fast and Furious guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't you
you are.
dare.
So look,
Don't you dare.
probably,
I
you
will,
probably
I will
was
go
like,
there. Fuck the Fast and the Furious.
hey,
Those
he
movies
was
are
he was
fucking
probably
terrible.
sitting in the seat, and then the vibrations of the sound. He's like, oh my god, ooh.
It was the fact that when you
It
saw the
vibrated
penguin
his
look,
clitoris a little bit.
no, when you saw the penguin actually had fear in his eyes.
That's what Batman
He
does.
looked at it, he was like, oh shit, what is that that's turning on? I was like, that's what I
Well,
want. I
and
want
then he
fear
even
in
had
the
it
eyes.
again, which again, Colin Farrell did great.
Yeah.
But he had it again when he's like, "Yeah, fucking blew him up. Fuck yeah,
I
got
got
away."
you.
Yeah.
I
And then he's
got
like,
you. Yeah.
Oh, he's crazy motherfucker. He's
That's-
back.
That's what I want. I want that. I didn't get enough of that.
Well,
What?
because again, this is a young Batman. Batman isn't striking fear in people's eyes just yet.
Yeah, yes. In the beginning, he was striking fear.
Dude,
in all
you
these
want
people.
more action shit? Like,
No,
did
I
you-
don't want
Did you
action
like the
shit.
subway?
I want,
did
like-
you like the subway? When he fought, he's like, I'm vengeance and stuff like that. You fought those guys.
It wasn't bad. I like that because
So
of
you
the fact
want-
that he came out of the shadows, like they said.
He wants
did.
more action.
And
You-
I was like, okay, that's cool. I get that. But a lot
Well,
of those guys
you-
didn't have fear.
You
You're
didn't like
one-
you didn't like the thriller aspect of things, or like being a detective movie. Can you watch an actual?
I didn't say nothing about detective work.
Well, it seems like you like that's the,
The detective
majority of the
work was
movie.
okay.
It's the show.
See,
That's
it
the
just-
concept of
that's
the
it forever.
movie. It's the show, the concept of the movie. Like
Yeah.
he's a detective.
I don't know that.
Like,
I know I'm not saying that you don't
actually
know that, but
supposed to
that's
be
not what you
Batman's
like.
superpower is
Wow.
how good of a detective.
That's
he is.
what you don't like. When he was
Okay.
like, when they were like, "Hey, what is this? This is we need to figure this out," and he was like, "Oh, it's this."
Well, I hate
and
the
he was
fact that he
look-
knew every fucking riddle. I was like, well, what the fuck do you need
Well, he's
everybody else
smart,
for?
dude. That's
That
the,
is
that's
Batman.
The, that's
Like,
Batman, dude.
You don't need anybody else then.
You gotta read more comic books.
You just talked about.
Read more comic books.
You do.
No.
I will bust all my boxes out of my damn shed right now, and you're gonna be like, I'm sorry.
Not even the comic books. Watch the animated series.
I don't watch the anime series.
The
didn't
fact
watch it
that
either?
his technology, I love the fact that he used his technology,
Yes.
like his eye, the little fucking lens
Contact.
thing, contact lens, and then like the shocker thing. That shit was awesome. Like all the equipment that he used.
Yeah, I like the fact that he knew what riddles he was kicking out. Like, because in the comics and in the animated TV show, like, whenever the Riddler was like, oh, riddle me this, it would say some shit, Batman would be like, I got it.
Even
Look at this.
yeah, even in the
It,
fucking
it wasn't like he was like, what the fuck is that? No, it was,
he's smart.
bam,
I get
got
that.
it.
But what, like I said, what bothered me, like, okay, the beginning where the first crime scene, I thought that was great. That was a great scene.
That was a
He's
good
like,
scene.
He's
That
like,
was-
okay,
I agree. That was a
I
good
figured this out, and he's looking around, and you can tell he's looking at things. And when you got the fucking SBI going, oh shit, he noticed that. That's good shit.
Yeah.
That was okay. That's my Batman.
Yeah.
But that shit in the church, where he's all like, "It's a rats, it's that," and I'm like, "Motherfucker!" Then what was the point of this scene? What was the point?
Again, it goes back to the fact that this is only his fucking second year doing this shit.
I know that, but the way he
He's not
figured
gonna be
shit out like
perfect.
this, it was like,
He
We
was
could've
he
been
was
wrong
not
with
figuring
that.
out because actually they were saying like even the Penguin corrected him. He goes, "You don't know your Spanish."
Yeah.
Like so,
Yeah.
like he was making mistakes. Like Josh said, he was making
Yes, I
mistakes.
understand
But
that.
like, I don't know, dude. Like,
I lost connection on that scene. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like, okay, Batman.
No,
if you
I
know
felt
every
like they
fucking
were,
answer. Then.
I felt like they were trying to portray exactly that. That this is not the veteran Batman. This is he just fucking started doing this
Wet
shit.
behind
He's
the ears,
Yeah,
Batman.
he's gonna make mistakes.
Okay.
He's gonna fuck up, and when he fucks up, there's gonna be shit to pay for it. Like at the end of the fucking movie, when the whole city's flooded and shit. That's because he fucked up.
I like I said that first detective scene was the best scene written because of how like it was like like the seriousness, the atmosphere. It was like he looked around, he's just like wasn't talking very much. He just observed, and when he needed to answer something,
Well,
he answered
and that,
something.
and you know,
This he's just answering fucking things. I'm like, what the
well,
fuck?
and you know, like since we're talking about like the technology and shit
Yes.
he uses,
Yes.
like you know, he's not just looking with his own fucking eyes. He's
Fuck
scanning
no.
shit. Like
He's
you know
got
what
the
I mean?
technology going on.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got shit analyzing. So he's
Like that was
fucking
cool
around
when
doing
Selena
it.
Kyle wore her shit and
Yeah.
he was picking off people's face. I was like, okay, that's cool.
Facial recognition.
You know, that was
shit,
cool.
yeah.
That's what brought me the Batman Beyond vibes.
And then
shit
I like
that.
I like the scene where he's investigating the fucking parking lot, and he was like that one right there, and they had a fucking like the scissors in the tire,
Yeah.
and they found the thumb.
Yep,
drive.
the thumb drive. Yeah, yeah.
But
And then you were like,
so we're funny as shit. So you might not think this is hilarious, but I think it's funny as shit because being in IT in the military, this dude goes and he plugs a thumb drive into his computer, and it's hooked up to the network.
Okay.
So he plugs his thumb drive in, they decrypt the message, and, oh, this is it. And it starts sending out fucking emails, right?
Yes.
And I'm like, bro, like, have you not taken your cyber awareness challenge this year? So we were watching the movie, and I'm like one row right behind Edwin, and I'm like, bro, Batman's got to renew his cyber awareness challenge this year.
he's a no-go at the station.
No, I think it was
You failed
Gordon's
this one.
computer.
It was
Yeah.
Gordon's computer. All
But
right.
you still plug the fucking thumb drive into the fucking a hot network.
Yeah. Sending
Really?
out all the news.
My thing is, all right. I agree. My worst character in the movie has to be Gordon. And the only I know you
Why?
like him.
Why? I didn't think it
so.
was bad.
It, like when he was in that scene when he was like Batman was captured in the police. You know, he was like, all right, let me handle it. And he's like talking like, Mom. He reminds me of Key and Peele.
But he was being
He was like, what do you
he was
mean?
exaggerating
He
shit.
was
He was.
over exaggerating shit.
was doing it on purpose.
He's like, I
Because-
need you to get this key. That would have been a Keenan Peele scene for days.
No.
If they
So
decided
he was
to,
exaggerating, and he was like trying to be like, "You're gonna grab that key," and fucking these guys aren't.
Yeah, he can't regularly
no,
talk
I
to him
know
because
he's
they
not.
can't hear it on the other side.
I know.
That was a good
I
thing.
understand. I know he's not going to be like, hey,
I
you
like
know,
that
talking
scene.
like this. It's just like, what do you mean? And it's just the way he was doing it. He goes, you got to go over there.
Well, you gotta
and like he was
remember-
like over
He was
exaggerating.
trying to
it.
show body language.
Yeah,
That shit
'cause he's the
was
only one that knows
Yeah.
him. So they had to
stupid,
show,
bro.
he had to show
what
some
he's
sort of
saying
dominance.
and
I
his
can't-
body language didn't match
Worst
up.
worst character in the movie.
But it was on purpose. Like
was
he's
worst character.
trying to be intimidating with his
Worst
body
character
language.
in the movie.
And then he's like, "You're gonna hit me in the fucking face, and you're gonna take this key." But I can't say that without.
Keenan Peele, bro. Watch
Okay.
Keenan Peele. Even
Okay.
like
So somebody didn't go in it with an open mind.
I did go in open mind. And then when I
Yeah,
seen it, I was like,
fucking
Keenan
Keenan Peele in
Peele.
his mind.
So I went in there. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking hate this movie because of fucking
So he's the worst compared to Alfred?
Jeffrey Wright. I'm gonna be like, hey, Jeffrey Wright, you fucked up. You know, fucking the best fucking character that could have been in this fucking movie, and you fucked it up.
Okay. So you thought he was the worst and not Alfred?
He's second.
He's
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
actually did-
I like Andy Serkis, but like he
I
needs
actually
to.
didn't mind him in that role because he brought the more like hard ass Alfred kind of,
Yep.
and it was like to me like especially the scene where he was like, "Hey, like I could teach you how to fight, but I can't teach you fucking like all these other things." Like he was like, I couldn't do everything, but he did admit he was like, "Listen, like I trained him." So the old Alfred from like the Christopher Nolan movies, like I don't see that dude training somebody to be Batman. Yeah, you might have like a critical mind. You might have worked for the CIA at some point or whatever the fuck. But
Assassin.
he doesn't portray himself as like an assassin, kick-ass motherfucker where Andy Serkis, like you're like, all right, he's got the body type,
I could
he's got
see
the
him.
scars.
I agree.
You're like,
Okay.
he could have trained Batman on that aspect and brought him up that way as kind of a hard ass. So
My thing is,
I can see that.
My thing is, as Andy Serkis says, Alfred. I pictured Alfred as a father figure that wasn't there for Bruce, and to train him. All right, Bruce Wayne didn't get trained by Alfred. The League of Assassins trained Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, but
So-
we're going for
I like authentic. I can't fucking pronounce. Say it for me.
authentication,
authentic-
authentic.
Yeah, authentic.
What do you? Which way are you going with this word?
The C. Anyways, the shit being real. I think
Authentic.
Alfred
Being
like-
authentic.
being authentic, Alfred being the father figure because his dad's gone, showing him how to raise him as to be a polite man, a proper man,
Yeah.
and a businessman in that aspect. And then the League of Assassins training him how to be a fucking killer. And then being
Yeah,
him
but
being
you can't do that without introducing the League of Assassins right off the rip, and then that's gonna be.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole fucking premise of behind Batman. Where in the comics that whoever
So why can't-
written Batman saying, "Hey,
so why can't we have Alfred train him, and then the League of Assassins
as a father figure,
finish a sentence?
we're talking." Ow, you need to stop that.
I smack and I flick hard. It's my nature. But no. So what I see is more like, say Alfred trains him, brings him up, and he shows him fundamentals of shit, right? And trains him as an actual fighter. Whereas because Batman didn't meet the League of Assassins immediately.
No.
So Alfred brings him up on the basics. League of Assassins trains him on more shit. Now they refine what he's been taught, and they actually fucking turn him into like the kick-ass veteran Batman, where Alfred started him off.
I could see Alfred starting him off as a father,
Because-
as a father, or
because-
as a man growing up a boy, young
Because
man.
that's the whole point of like Batman. He's missing that father figure. Yeah, Alfred tried to step in where he could, but he failed, and he wasn't great at it. So I mean, one of the reasons that he could have failed is that he's too concentrated on fucking training him up to be a man and the fight and this and that. Like,
I understand it. All right, let me get the mic around.
Go ahead.
Step off my dick.
what
Step. It's flat. Anyways.
is it there?
Shut up, DJ. Anyways, the fact that
We already
Alfred,
said there's no dick in DJ's house.
Yeah, we already know. We already established. The fact that Alfred could have, give him the fundamental, the foundation of stuff. Like as a father, raising a son or even a daughter, you want to teach her, how to, protect themselves, self-defense. So you teach them the basics and stuff like that. I can see that. But yeah, it takes the League of Assassins for him to be there for that long, to be trained for, to be that essential, I don't want to say killer, but that's what he was being trained to be, as a killer.
I mean,
But-
he wasn't trained that way until the League of Assassins. That's why he
Well,
doesn't
yeah,
kill
that's what I'm
anybody.
saying. That's what takes him over the hill. Yeah, you have the foundation of like, all right, I know how to protect myself. I know how to throw a punch. But let me go to the League of Assassins and learn how to actually throw a freaking punch.
So, what was your take on that character, Alfred?
So you mean to tell me you didn't feel that scene where he was on the bed on his felt like deathbed, but he wasn't gonna die, when he told Bruce that, look, if I could have saved your parents, I would have, but I couldn't at the time. You tell me you didn't feel that?
I felt that, but that has nothing to do with Alfred. Like as far as like he's trying to train him. All right, Alfred.
has a lot to do with
Alfred.
That's a lot, yeah.
Alfred was Alfred was the butler, the head butler of the family. I understand that. I mean, his job. He loved the family dearly. If you could say the same thing about us right now. We're friends. We love each other. If there's something that we could do to help each other, protect each other, we would. Okay?
But I mean,
But, like-
unless there's something that I don't know, we are out fighting crime.
Shit can happen, bro. Shit can Joker
bro,
could be
like-
behind the fucking.
Like I'm not putting on a
Refrigerator
Zorro,
right now.
Zorro mask and fucking running out and fighting crime tonight. I guess
Oh, okay, but you over there punching motherfuckers in the fucking throat and shit.
I didn't punch anybody in the throat. I punched him in the fucking face.
It's the same thing. Shut up. Anyways, what are you doing?
Don't worry, because I'll do it.
Not
I'll fucking do it for you, man.
You gonna put it on?
I'll come save you. I'll come save you.
I love the Nacho Libre.
This
mask.
is his mask, guys.
That's my vigilante.
This is the vigilante mask.
So
What
if
the
you-
fuck just came out of there? Was that a condom? It just came out. Ew, I don't want to touch that no more.
it was used.
Yeah.
So
Put it on.
if you guys see that mask at night and hear somebody go, I hear that, it's DJ.
I got Funyuns and Doritos.
You want some Fritos? I got a different flavor.
For every day of the week.
It's not even out yet.
Hold on, I need some Coca-Cola.
No, don't say that. That's
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Can't say that.
Pepsi. Because Coca-Cola is the devil.
I'm Seal Ramses.
I'm seeing you. You gotta put your glasses on.
Bless you.
It's okay. Thank you.
Anyways, all right. Overall, I thought the movie was good. I thought Robert Pattinson as Batman was pretty good. As a young Batman, I agree that once you guys mentioned it, that a Batman Beyond would have been really nice.
Yeah.
It felt like Batman Beyond.
That's what we need to do. Or hey, all right, we're mainstream Batman. We need to be stopped with it. They just stop making those. They need to do Batman Beyond or the Flashpoint Batman with Thomas Wayne.
Well, we're probably gonna get that with the Flash, so don't worry about that.
They need to reset the universe.
I think the Flash movie's gonna do quite a bit changing the universe. But I enjoyed the movie as a whole. There were some parts that kind of lagged a little bit. I felt like the whole Alfred scene that you just mentioned,
Yes.
I didn't really care for. So I didn't care for that because one, like you just said, you're like you knew he wasn't gonna die. So like.
But it was a confession, which was nice
It was.
to hear.
It was, but you knew it was coming. But
Alfred was a hard ass throughout the whole movie.
so what I didn't like about it was them changing the storyline between his parents.
Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah.
I didn't really care for
What the
them-
Martha being
being in an insane asylum and the dad trying to protect her.
Dude, I didn't even know Martha's last name was Arkham.
Are you fucking serious?
I did not know that.
Long
Yeah.
Halloween would have told you that.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
shut up.
I mean
Fuck
that's
on,
the
dude.
whole.
Read your fucking comic books.
Dude,
I mean that's the whole basis of the whole city
Come on,
was
man.
those two big families, blah blah blah. But I
Quarter
didn't
vowels,
really
dude,
appreciate
quarter
them changing his dad like that. He, not that he had like an evil side, but that he had fallen in with crime and shit like that. Like he was like relying on the Falcone family,
yeah.
this and that. I didn't really appreciate those aspects. But then the Alfred aspect,
Bruce Wayne didn't appreciate it either. He was like, fuck that.
yeah, he was like, "Fuck you."
My dad's fucking, my
Fuck
dad
you,
is
Ezekiel.
awesome.
Fuck
My
you,
dad's the
Ezekiel.
best dad ever. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Ezekiel.
Fuck you.
But no, so I didn't appreciate that, and I didn't like. So if you go, if I make a comparison, so like the Christopher Nolan movies, right? When Joker was either gonna kill Harvey Dent or he was gonna kill what's her face, Rachel Dawson, whatever her name was. When he actually did it, shit, somebody got blew up, somebody fucking died. Whereas in this, you were like, oh fuck, somebody got blew up. And then you go and you're like, oh, he's just, bro, not a fucking burn on him. He was blown up, but
No burns.
no burns, no nothing. Like
Yeah.
he didn't really even get hurt. Like,
Yeah.
where's the like the sincerity in this fucking story? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there was no consequences for that.
Yeah.
Like I thought, like when the old lady picked up the phone, which was a callback to the old TV show,
Yeah.
but when the old lady picked up the phone,
She should have died.
no, not that she should have
Are
died.
you fucking serious, Edwin? God damn.
Wow,
Fuck.
you're heartless.
dude.
She
Fuck
should have
you,
died.
dude.
It would have been more sincere. Like, all
you.
right, Alfred, she picked up the thing.
but
Alfred
Nobody's ever seen this woman in the movie
dude.
the entire
And
time.
the fact that she showed
then-
up, she was pointless.
No,
She
Edwin-
didn't even fucking. She didn't have reason to
No.
live, but to
Edwin-
die in the movie.
She
Edwin,
needed to
get
die.
fucked. She was a really polite woman. I heard
She
you
was
made wicked
she was a
porridge.
nice lady.
Yeah, fuck you, Edwin.
Fuck it, she lived her life long enough.
Get fucked.
She's younger than damn fucking
You're like, fuck you, old
Alfred.
lady.
Fuck you. Like you show up, you answering phones. What the fuck else you gonna do?
Fucking,
Die.
you are a fucking old lady killer. You know that?
Yeah.
What about all those other people that got flooded and shit? They were like, I was just chilling and
Who
I
gives
got
a
I
fuck?
can't
That's
swim.
an old lady, dude.
They died.
Get fucked, bro.
You're an old lady killer. But
Fuck, dude.
Go ahead.
but
Finish.
like I felt like it was an insecure moment because it was just like why did we have him blow up if he's just gonna be in a hospital room like completely fucking fine and nothing like
Well, that's like the scene where the fucking church. Yet again, when dude's fucking head explodes, like Batman didn't get a scratch. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I'm just saying, hey,
Fuck,
hey,
I don't- I
old
don't
ladies. Why can't an old lady
he
die then?
didn't just not get a scratch.
I was like, what the fuck,
So
dude?
when they blew that,
That
dude
shit
up,
blew up right in his face.
Like right in his face. Like what the fuck?
Like
is
this,
that?
this right here,
But
should have been like
Should have been burnt.
crispy. It should have been a
it could have been.
pepper.
I mean, he
pepperoni.
could have turned or whatever. The fuck.
Nah, bro.
It's Batman, bro. It's Batman.
Oh,
but
okay. Now it's just Batman now.
But
Okay.
here's the thing about that is that it wasn't that it didn't affect him though, because the next thing he knows, he's in the police station and they're trying to rip his fucking mask off. Like there was consequences to that shit. Like he was unconscious, woke up and they're like,
But he
"Oh, who the fuck
wasn't-
is this guy? Let's take his mask off."
But he
Like,
wasn't burnt, like Edwin said.
Yeah.
Like, how do you take an
How
explosion
do you,
like that?
how do you
the
take
same way Alfred did.
How do you take that? How do you take
How do we
that?
know how far he was?
How do you take that dick to the face
See?
and recover from it? You can't.
You do.
You can't.
know how you do it?
Hey, then he's a trooper, bro. What's wrong with
Batman went.
I just can't.
you? Why?
I just can't.
I can't with
You
your
know what we
dead
should
mouth.
say? You know what we should say? Hollywood. Just so I can fucking say it. Hollywood. That's what it is.
Oh, you mean like Fast and the Furious?
I just want to hit you with a chair
Dude,
right
I
now.
fucking don't even get me there. Okay, what?
I want to hit you with a chair right
Yeah,
now.
I just want to fucking pound you in the ass, right? Is that what you want to hear too?
What? Wait, what?
DJ.
Shut up!
DJ.
That escalated quickly.
DJ. What?
Exactly.
I said hit you with a chair. And you
Yeah, want to hit me with a chair?
Okay, I'm not trying to rape you.
That's like you getting fucked in the ass.
No,
that
it's
hurts.
not.
That
How
shit
is that?
hurts. Dude, this is wooden.
so sad.
I can't believe you did.
I'm dizzy.
He said they both hurt. One hurts a little more than the other one.
He said, "This is what it's so sad." Oh shit. Okay.
All right.
Oh my god, I can't believe.
Wow.
Fuck you, Edwin.
Oh my god. Anyways,
I don't have a whole lot to say to that.
Fuck me, man.
that was good. That was good. That was good.
That was good.
That was good. Okay.
That's right. Why's your palm so sweaty, bro? Anyways.
All right, so we gotta add this disclaimer.
Okay.
No anuses were hurt in the
No,
recording.
Not that I
Everything,
know.
everything is still sacred.
Not that I know of.
No anuses were tainted in the filming of this podcast.
So, out of 10 beers, what do
just-
you rate it at, Josh?
8.5. 8.5.
Okay. And what if you had to compare this to previous movies, what would you compare it to? Yeah.
That's a hard one to do because I mean it is different from the other Batman movies, but it has similarities. But the whole detective aspect, it
That's what greased your monkey, huh?
well,
Speaking of greasy.
Oh my god! Yes, yes. We are professionals, people. For you people on audio right now, listening to it on Spotify and everything else, Josh Mike just broke.
We need Batman to figure this one out.
Holy cow, Batman!
My detective skills says the clamp fucking fell off. But all right, I'm just gonna hold it. It's gonna wobble a little bit. Sorry.
Man.
Where was I going?
Let's just wrap this up because we're losing it.
Oh,
Fucking shit.
So stay right there. So I mean, yes, it has a flavor of other Batman movies, but it also has like almost like a Shutter Island kind of feel to it. Like it's like where he's trying to go through and figure out the situation. Which I don't know if you guys have read the articles, but so there was supposed to be another Gotham show, or did you guys see this?
No.
Like, there's supposed to be a spin-off show because of this movie. Gotham PD series.
Oh yeah, didn't I get canceled?
No, it actually, they said, so I've been reading up on it, and it's actually been changed to more of like a horror theme.
Oh,
instead
another
of-
one.
Yeah.
Another horror.
Hey, it's Hammer Hive!
That's right.
Getting hammered.
Yeah.
Getting hammered. All right. But, all right. Edwin, what's your take?
I give it an 8.
My microphone.
I give it an 8, and then I think it reminds me of Bones. I don't know if you ever Bones. It was a TV series. Like they're always trying. It was a detective series.
Fuck.
So it reminds me. They're trying to figure things out. So it reminds me of Bones. So that's what I thought it was. Anyways, so that's being said, 8. I think it was 8 beers. Shut up, dude.
Bones. You talking about the show, the old boy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
No,
Or was that the chick?
that was a chick.
No.
But he was in it.
I don't know.
Really?
I don't remember, but I remember something like that.
I know which one you're talking about, and I forget the actor. That
Or like a Son of Sam.
Okay. Alright.
He's, you
Silence
lost
of the
DJ
Lambs?
on that one.
That whole
Son of Sam?
Son of Sam.
I don't believe that one.
Anyways,
I
alright.
do think it had a lot of aspects from like Seven,
Yeah, I can see that.
like the crime scenes and the way. Like, I wish that it would have been rated R and they would have shown that, like,
Heads exploding and Batman
How should
surviving.
it actually happen? But
Batman should have blood on his face. You think you have that? Yeah.
bones and burn marks and blood and whatever else.
I think they could have done something like that.
I mean,
Especially
Matt
that last
Reeves.
scene when he's like beating the fuck out of the dude. Yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, guys, we're pretty much done.
Yes.
That was the Batman review. Pretty funny. Pretty amazing.
That sounds great.
And
Hammer
Edward
Howard has
almost-
something.
Edward almost got ass raped.
you shouldn't have.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We have
should
the
have.
confirmation from Hammer Hob, which is officially the word of the day. Penis. Anyways. Well, yeah, we're pretty much done, guys. So until next time.
Fecal freak, as always, is trying to analyze.
He's always trying to analyze shit.
What the fuck, man?
Analyze. When I mean analyze, I mean he's
He
trying to
means anal eyes.
analyze.
Lord, here we go.
All right.
Lord, help.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And until next time, we are Drunken Inches, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you for listening to the show. Thank you. And if you did watch the Batman movie, give us a ratings, subscribe, like, listen on the podcast, all platforms.
My shit.
Alfred, is it over yet? Okay. Where's my